Hey crafty friends, welcome back to the Old Paper Lady. I'm Lori if you're new here. Hey and welcome. Thank you for joining us. I think I'm gonna jump in and try to get some tags backed and decorated today. These are white and they're on a little thicker cardstock, but I'm still a little flimsy. So I want to back them, get them done up, get some stuff done. I'm going to back a few of these, and I'm using the tea stain printable pages from Country Mouse Prints on Etsy. There's 23 different tea stained pages in that little printable kit, so that's what I'm going to use to back my papers with. And they are printed front and back because I just ran it through, printed it front and back on them because I have intentions of keeping that on in my use it pile. That and the coffee dyed ones. So I'll pull, you know, if it's a lighter themed background, then I'll use these. If it's a little more darker theme, I'll use these. And the coffee ones came from Digital Fit. So it has like the coffee cup rings, just different colors of lightness and darknesses. I like them a lot. So I'm gonna use them a lot from now on. So I think I'm gonna get and these here are little to and from tags. I want to cover that up, but I don't really think it matters. But I want it to be a little thicker myself, so I think we're going to just do this with them. And do all of these have tassels on them already? They sure enough do. That one don't. But yeah, all of them have the little tassel-y things on them already. Well, I'm gonna try to do two a piece. Two, you know, two to the front, two to the back. You know how we do it. And I'm probably gonna need to take these off of here. The lace that I'm using in this particular journal has all been like a beige color. So I'm going to take the white bits off and we'll put them in my scrap piece over here. We'll use them in something else. And apparently you put the little loop part in from the back side and pull through the front. Because I always wonder, you know, am I putting it on there right? Need one more of these. Well, to see the loop goes that way. Okay. So several of us was talking about that in a video earlier. That if we put the loop through the front or put the loop through the back. So I guess professionally they put it through, the loop part goes through the back. So there we go. And I gotta work tomorrow, which is, you know, Sunday for me. Is this gonna be Sunday for y'all? Yeah, this be y'all Sunday video. So yeah, I gotta work tomorrow. So I worked all week. I'm a little tired. And like I said, I've not done anything on this journal off camera. So this, you know, other than what I had already had pre-cut, in which, like I said, I was like, well, I can do this one this week, you know, and not have to worry about, because I got to cut ephemera and this and that, because I've done got it cut and inked, and this journal should fly pretty good. Well, no, because, you know, Lori's got to make 1,400 tags to go in it. And added quite a few pockets. Well, I didn't add a whole bunch of pockets, just a couple. But yeah, this kit from is from My Porch Prints. Now, it had a lot of ephemera with it, and a lot of smaller ephemera where you could, you know, decorate tags and pockets and such with. And it had quite a few pockets in it, but I wanted some more tags to fill up those pockets. And I think this will go with that pretty good. And then plus two, this thickens this up and it covers up the to and from, because these are just gift tags from the dollar store. I think they were Dollar Generals. And they don't look like they're cut exactly straight. Yeah, that one looks way crooked, don't it? Excuse me for coughing so much. It's a little humid in our area. Got the bronchial mess going on again. I have found that if I regularly use my inhaler, that I do fairly good, but you know, I don't want to use it so much that I have to use it all the time. Does that make sense? Because I feel like that if I keep using it, then I'm going to get dependent on it. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to do that. I'm just going to flip this over and put these on this side. But this week I've been trying to, before I get on camera, I'll use my inhaler, so then that helps me not have to cough and clear my throat so much while I'm on camera. And I didn't do that tonight. And I'm sorry, y'all. Get over here. Miss Maggie, I want to say thank you for letting me know you're okay, honey. And you don't have to, if you know, you take care of you, and just whenever you get, you know, get time or what have you, you know, let us know you're doing all right. I thank you for leaving me a comment and let me know how you're doing. I worry about y'all, because you know, Miss Maggie regularly, you know, comments, and we talk, you know, on through the comments on a regular basis, you know. So I was kind of worried about her with the hurricane coming through. So she did leave a comment and let me know that she is doing okay. At the time, it was just heavy raining, she said. She's in Houston, Texas. So we just, everybody keep them in your thoughts and prayers. And got another viewer from Corpus Christi. Corpus Christi. I don't know why I try to say crispy. Texas. Miss Denise. She is a new viewer, new subscriber. Remember her saying that she was in Corpus Christi. Corpus Christi. Is that what it is? Is it Corpus Christi? Am I saying it right? Or Christi? But anyways, she is also a Texas viewer in the line of this mess. So I hope you're doing all right, honey. Oh yeah, see? That sturdies that up pretty good. I like that. That's cute. So I'm not doing, you know, nothing major, no big new brainstorm here or what have you. We're just you know, gonna do my hour of crafting this evening and just do what I gotta do to get some bits done on this journal, because like I said, this will be, well, tomorrow will be 7 days straight. Seven days, and I think I'm going to wind up having to work. It may not be whole shifts, but it will be every day. Not till next Friday, but the Friday after that. So I was like, yeah. So kind of put a little bit of a wrench in my off-camera work for this weekend, because usually Saturday and Sunday is my, Saturday is normally like my, my print day and fussy cut day, where I run stuff through the Brother Scan and Cut. And then Sunday is, I'll try to film at least up until like Wednesday's worth of videos. So then I get, you know, when I go back to work Monday, I work Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then Wednesday night when I get in, I'll need to film a video for Thursday. So then on Monday, Tuesday, like, yeah, Monday, Tuesday night, then I can, you know, do a little bit of off-camera prep work, you know, like stuff like back tags and such, you know, stuff that's just kind of boring to watch, basically, other than you just like hearing the sound of my voice. So yeah, so I'm not getting to do the off-camera work this week. So that's why I've done some of the you know, the simple stuff, a couple videos here. I think maybe Monday, I think might be getting to work like a short shift, which a short shift is like a 2 to 6, you know, which is, I think he'll probably schedule me like a 4 to 7 or 4 to 8 or something like that, but just so I can, which I won't have to come in and get caught up from the weekend this week, because, you know, I've been there all weekend. So that's why I was like, well, you know, Monday, won't you just put the new girl that we just got out of training, put her on the shift, and then just have me come in and do a short shift, and I can do my stuff. Then I was thinking, I was like, well, that doesn't make sense, because I'm here the weekend, so I wouldn't have to be getting caught up from the weekend, you know. So shoot, it wouldn't hurt my feelings if you actually gave me Monday off, to be quite honest, boss man, if you're watching. I don't know if they've watching or subscribed to this channel or not. If y'all are, hey, love y'all. He's a good boss man. I give him down the road quite a bit. He's too nice and too kind-hearted to people that take advantage of him, and that irritates me. I'm like, when you gonna learn? Yeah. The Alligator Tears and Waterworks from people, you know. I'm just going to edge that up and make it square that end up because it was not cut straight. Just because I was going with the cut of the tags, you know. And I think the small one will work on this. Yep, sure will. I gotta get me some 3/16 eyelets that ain't an arm and leg, y'all. Do y'all know of anywhere on Amazon that you can get 3/16 eyelets that won't cost, you know, like, I know the We Are Memories keepers, I can get them off of there, but they're like $10 for 20 of them. I was like, are you kidding? That is just outrageous. I mean, it really is just nuts. I really don't want to pay that. But I want some 3/16 eyelets, you know, for my bigger lace in that, you know. And I punched that one a little wrong, but it's okay. Just because it's got that hole in there. That's irritating about this thing too. So where you have the hole to see your stuff, the paper stays in it. Or it stays in the little puncher thing. Now I could probably take, I feel like I got a piece of paper in my thumbnail. I didn't get any eyelets, but I feel like I could take and put eyelets on them. Let's go see. I got eyelets. Let me go get them. See, I got the little ones. I don't even know what the millimeter on them are. And then there's so many on the internet and such, and Tamu or Timu or however you want to call it. I don't know the diameter or whatever. I just want, you know, it needs to be 3/16. That's pretty much all I know. I think red would be pretty on them. And let's see what we think here, y'all. Oh yeah, that would be pretty. Now let's make sure that this is the right thing to smush it down with. I guess it is. Yeah, so we're doing, you know, like, kind of like the boring, you know, every step to this journal on camera, basically. So normally, you know, I'll back tags and put eyelets and such like that in, and tag toppers and stuff like that on off of camera. Ow, that hurts. Oh, well. But this is where, like, I was sitting here the one night and I said, well, you know what? I'm going to start videotaping just me, you know, every day in my craft room. Why not, you know? I think I got some good ideas and pretty helpful stuff, hints and little tricks up the sleeve, you know, stuff like that. And then most of the time when I do this kind of work, I'm just like, well, that would be boring, you know, because I'm not really making anything. But you are, you know, you're making tags, and, you know, you're using the eyelet thing, which I didn't really know how to use that thing. I had no inclination about how to use that thing, and I had it for almost 2 years before I used it, to be honest with you. And I watched YouTube, Gail Augustinelli, that's who I seen using it. And I was like, oh, so that's how you work that thing. And I mean, literally, that's what I did. That's how I found out how to work it. Was watching other YouTubers use it. Alright, so them tags are ready to have tag topper bits put in them. Let's lay them right there. I'm going to try to back these pieces of papers. I just think that's going to be so pretty in that. I think after this, I'm just going to pull out my Christmas stuff, and I'm going to just go to town working on this. First, I'm going to pull out that scrap box, because it's got a lot of stuff in it, you know, that we could use and make. Like, this is where these things came from, you know, that's already pre-cut into like a tall tag shape, you know, and depending on how the print is on it, you know, we can deem where it would be a tag, or it would be a pocket, or it could be a side tuck, you know, stuff like that. So I think after I get this journal done, I'm going to go through that Christmas scrap box and see what we can do. And I have some real, like, just skinny cut pieces, you know, like that, where I made a couple of Christmas folios and Christmas mini albums and such. So to make us a master board, we'll put it on a 12 by 12 65-pound cream cardstock, so then that way we won't have to worry about backing it, and it will just, it'll already have the cream backing on it. And I think we'll do that, and then we'll have some, you know, just play for a little bit with some ephemera pieces, you know, make like tag bases and such. And then hopefully I'll have a little bit of time to where I can get them where I bought stuff off of Etsy to fussy cutting that. And I think from now until we get done playing with our Christmas stuff, I'm gonna do the hashtag Merry Monday and join in with that. So then, you know, every Monday it'll be a break from, you know, everything else, and we'll pull out and do Christmas. And I think I'll probably do that from now on, just because, you know, like I said, you know, whether it be making folios up, bases, or what have you for Christmas, or whether it be making a little envelope journal or what have you with the thinner cardstock or the thinner scrapbooking paper, because I thought that would be fun to take and make up some Christmas envelope journals. Maybe put the tea stain and coffee dyed paper in it, and decorate those bits up with our Christmas pockets and tags. I think that'd be fun. I don't really know around my area of craft fair type situations. I mean, there was at one point in time like a craft fair they used to hold, but I don't know if it was for a church benefit or what it was. That used to be at like a church here. It was called Bannertown Wesley Church, I believe. So I don't know if that was, you know, everybody could go, or if it was just the members of the church type thing. I didn't know. I had a cousin that did like the tumbler cups and all, you know, did the wrap stuff on them. And she was always posting something about it, about the craft fair, and I think she quit doing that, and so now I don't see the craft fair post anymore from anyone else. I'm just going to straighten this edge up because it is a little wonky. And that's all I'm doing here, is just making sure the edges are straight. And I did figure out this little flat piece here comes off, see? And it comes off. It was hard to get off, you know, because I was like, well, it won't come out there. But at first, it seemed to me like it was hard to get off. And then now, if I pick it up the wrong way, it just comes off. And then I can't get it back in there. Like now. But yeah, I did figure out how to get it off of there, because it was annoying me one night, and I said, jerked it out. So yeah, that's what I did. I think we'll just get these. I'm gonna do the smaller corner rounder on them. I just don't want the hard blunt edge on them. My goodness, if I could talk a little bit, that'd be great. Oh, that's the one that don't want to cut. I keep forgetting that. Well, that don't look too bad, does it? That tree is definitely not in the center of that. But that's okay. And so these, we can put a little piece of ephemera on them. Alrighty. So yeah, I was like, well, you know, we'll just work on it and work our way through it and get what we can get done on it. That's what we're gonna do. That piece is already backed. Now this here, I'm gonna use my little card thingy bob that I made. Let's see, is that gonna put a good angle on it, or do I need to? I don't know. Let's cut one and see how we come out. So then you're supposed to take it and flip it around like so. And every time I do this, y'all, it is so hard for me to hold that. I almost cut my finger. So yeah. And see, that, to me that doesn't look straight. It ain't. See what I'm saying? tell you somebody that can do that. That's that Miss Edith. She can cut one side and the other side, and it looked just like she just, you know, it just looked perfect. And I can't do it. I think on this, I'm going to try to put a thicker piece of lace through it. I'll get in the middle. Oops. Alrighty, let's see what we got over here in our little lace pouch. So I still gotta back these, but I think that's gonna wind up, if I can put it, might get, nope, I'll probably get 2 on there. I'd have to piece, I could put this on here and then run that strip down it, but I'd have to piece that. I don't really want to piece that. I'm going to save these for like if we do a collage on an ugly piece of scrapbook paper, because I've got some scrapbook papers. I was like, there is no way I'm ever going to use that. I mean, and I was just like, because it was in a pad, and you know, I bought the pad because it had some pretty florally bits in it, and I was like, why would they do this and put this piece in here, knowing good and well that you can't use it for nothing? Alright, and another reason why I say that I'm going to try my best not to buy any more Michael's hot pads and that is because they've got to where they want to put, you know, 2 or 3 of those whole page decorative pieces. You know, and I'm just like, how in the world are you even going to scrap it? I mean, it's pretty if you want to take it out and put it in a frame, you know, or if you want to use it as like a title page to your scrapbook or what have you. But yeah, and they used to have, you know, like 1 or 2 in a pack. Now they've got like, you know, each color change section's got one of those big 12 by 12, you know, whole reef page sayings or something, you know, live, life, love, whatever type situations. And I'm just like, you know, that would be pretty if you took them and put them in the 12 by 12 frames or what have you. Or if it was like your cover piece, you know, like you had an introduction page into your scrapbook or what have you. So I've done that too. Just because I used, you know, the paper pad to scrapbook a certain thing, or, you know, by the theme or colors or what have you. But as far as anything else, I mean, what the heck, what am I going to do with that? Some of them, I was like, well, I could take, you know, and make covers out of them. Cut it down, you know, to where you got the saying bit of it. And see if we couldn't make some scrapbook covers. You know, where like you'd have the live, laugh, love, and you know, with a little bit of the decorative bits and that. Or you can, I was thinking that would be a good tall skinny journal. So I'm assuming, you know, that's what a 12 by 12 would be called, would it not? If you did like my burlap and lace where I didn't want to cut none of the papers off of it, and I used like the whole 12 by 12 sheets and folded them in half. Is that considered to be a tall skinny journal? Or is a tall skinny journal, you know, like the 11 by 8.5 just turned to the 11 side and folded? Is that what the tall skinny is? I don't know, because I'm considering that burlap as a tall skinny full size, because it's, you know, it's 12 inches tall, 6 inches wide. Because I didn't cut none of them papers down, because that was too pretty. I didn't want to. And that's my thing. When I buy paper like that, I don't want to cut it up. If it's pretty, that's why I still got it. And I ain't used it for nothing because it's too pretty. I don't want to do it. I don't want to cut it up. That's why I say I've got a scrapbook paper hoard, because, you know, I'll buy it and I'm like, you know, ooh, they got a new pack. Ooh, they got this. Ooh, they got that. I want it. It's so pretty. And then when I get it, I won't use it because it's so pretty. And I like, I don't want to cut it up. I think that looks pretty square, don't it? That looks pretty straight. I think I did a pretty decent job on that. And that don't look too bad either. It's got a little white strip on this side, which, you know, if we inked around it, that would take that right off. But I'm just, well, I didn't cut nothing. Did y'all see that? I didn't cut a thing. Yeah, just that little bitty. Oh, goodness. Okay. I gotta be careful putting that in and out. I got a light right over where that is. Gotta be careful, because I moved that light to get these Christmas boxes out from underneath there. And these are full page tags, and I probably should have thought about cutting them down. Let's do that. Let's see here. Nope, they are. Well, that there shows 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, definitely 8.5. Because I seen the 7, you know, and I'm tired, and I was like, well, that shows 7.5. No, it don't. No, it don't. Yeah, I'm tired. Okay, so I'm going to put this here. Well, if I do that, then that's going to look like a, it's going to look like a big journal card, which is fine. Let's see, if I do that, that's going to be 1, 2, it's going to be 2 3/4 or 2.5 inch tag. Do I want that? Yeah, because that's the same size as them, ain't it? And I got a bunch of little tucky spots. Did you move? Yes, you did. That irritates me. Now this is going to be crooked. There we go. We fixed you up, didn't we? So yeah, this is literally what I do every night, or was doing every night when I come home from work. I was sitting here and play and be like, well, do I want to do this? Do I want to do that? I don't know, you know. And I said, well, let me just start filming that. Because I like, there's certain people that I watch that I just like watching them no matter what they make. I don't care. Whoops. Look yonder, y'all. Make a mess is what I'm doing right now, but I mean, you know. But there are certain people that I watch that I watch just no matter what they make. I mean, I really do. Like Gail Augustinelli. I watch every video that I can watch of that lady. And then I've been going back because I didn't been watching her but like 2 or 3 years. Well, this will be going on 3 years. So I go back and watch some of her earlier videos. I mean, I'll put it on. I used to would watch listen to her while I scrapped, which, you know, this is scrapping to me. It's what I've always called it, paperwork, and is, you know, I'm gonna go scrap, you know. So that's what I've always called my paperworks, is scrapping. I'm gonna go scrap. So I would put her on my TV, and I would sit, and I had my table where I could sit on either side. So I'd pull my stuff out of what I wanted to work on, and I'd sit here and watch her on TV. And if, you know, it was something I wanted to learn about, or, you know, I would just sit here and watch her. And I mean, and there's tutorial people that I would watch, like Rosa Kelly, to make the mini albums. Great lady to watch, to learn how to make mini albums. Her and well, mainly just hers, who I watched to make mini albums, was Rosa Kelly. And she's really sweet and nice lady, and, you know, would do just step-by-step tutorial how you make the bases, and then show you, you know, how you could decorate them and such. So that's where I learned how to do the mini albums. And then through that adventure, I ran across May Made It Crafts on YouTube. And she does, she was a card maker for a long time. And then I think, let me see, do I have a longer side? I do. So then she was making the folios, which, you know, Rosa Kelly, she was doing folios as well. So I got hooked on that, and started watching a few channels, you know, because people would get digital papers and stuff and make folios out of them. So I was like, well, where in the heck? You know, then I started watching Gail Agostinelli, because she did Etsy shares a lot, you know, with digital papers and stuff like that, kits. So that's where I started learning how to do making journals and stuff. And there's one lady that I was watching, her name's Julie. I think it's Camille Crafts, or Camille Scraps. I can't think of her channel, but her name's Julie. And she is a trip. I love watching her. She's just something else. She reminds me of me, but with an English accent. And I've watched her sometimes, and I'll catch myself talking in an English accent. And and it is so funny, just because of the way she says things, or how she says it. She'll be like, all right, woman, what are you doing over here? You know, that type of stuff. And I always call myself lady. I'm like, all right, lady, get yourself together, you know. But yeah, she's fun to watch. And very talented, very, very talented. And she's helped me with, because she was a scrapbooker, mini album maker as well. And, you know, everything has to be exactly precise measurements in mini books, or your flip folds and flaps, paper measurements, paper coverage, and all that don't add up. And, you know, so like if you do a fold on something and put it down, and you're making like a waterfall, you know, they all need to match. All your measurements have to be exact for your waterfall to line up. If not, when you raise it up, you know, this piece right here will be off like that. Yeah, so. And she's like, well, I don't worry about, you know, she goes, I don't have to worry about the preciseness of everything anymore, you know, because that's what bothered me so much about trying to do journals, was, you know, everything had to be precise, you know, precise measurements. But it doesn't. And eventually you get out of that, making sure which I still do, you know, make sure things are straight and look, you know, presentable. But it's not, I'm not sitting here with the ruler measuring, you know, every single thing. But which now I can eyeball stuff pretty good in the middle. I can do some pretty good eyeball measuring. We'll do those tags like that. And see, I should have cut this one down too, but I want this one in a different place in the back where it had those. And I may have to wind up cutting it up here to get it to fit and not stick out over the top. That's why I always try to put things kind of in the middle-ish. Yeah, because where I'm wanting that, there we go. It was back here in the back somewhere. It was somewheres back here. I can't remember now, y'all. I'll have to rewatch that video where we said we was going to cook that. That looks cute. Do y'all remember where I said, was it here? I can't remember, y'all. That's a sign of you're getting old or you're too tired. One or the other. I think that would be cute. But see how it's sticking up? Yeah, we need to just cut it. I probably need to cut it here and then cut the angles on it again. So then I lost that extra little tag piece. I think it was here. Yeah, that's going to stick out. Alrighty then. Okay. See, that's cute. And we could put, you know, the smaller tags in front of it. Where did it go? Here it is. This one. Give me here. Give it to me. Now see, that looks ridiculous on it. I don't know. I can't craft right now. I'm so tired. That's why I chose to do simple, mundane stuff. I can't make executive decisions right now. Please don't make me do it. But yeah, I think we do need to cut that. Alrighty. I'm just gonna cut this right here. Which I can still use that. I can probably put it on, you know, like a tab bit or something, you know what I'm saying. So that's about 7 inches, I would say. Roundish about. 6, 7, yep, 7. Very good. Very good guesstimation. I know y'all just seen me do this, but we're going to do it again. Because see, I have red and green lace that I've been trying to buy up and get in preparations for Christmas. But I didn't want to use, you know, the red and green lace in this one. Because I wanted to use the beigey kind of lace. I didn't want to take away from anything else in the, you know, like the kit wise, the papers and that. And, yeah, what am I trying to say? I don't know. I need you back. So we can poke a hole in here. And I think I'm going to show you this is what I'm talking about. But see, I think that's going to be too wide. Of course it will be. Why would it not be? Way, way too wide, buddy. Okay. And these are little ones that was going to, I wanted to put in that. I'll just put that in the scrap box right now. That's thin lace. That's wide thin lace. Here we go. There we go. We can use that. Some more of that. That right there would be cute on that. That would work. And I think here's some more of that. Or something similar to it. We can use that bits. We sure could use them. Okay. Oh. All right, Fidget, get in there. It's giving me a fit. What it's doing is giving me a fit. Okay, I'm not going to cut this yet because I'm not exactly sure how I want this in here. I was thinking maybe to tie it in like tie it in a knot and have it like a bow like on it. That makes sense to y'all. But see, it's got this, looks like it's got this batting something on it. I don't know. It's different. No, I don't like that. I don't like that a bit. Yeah, that needs to be a trim piece. You know, like a side trim piece of some sort. Okay. Back to the drawing board. Let's go see what I got in my box. Yeah, that would be pretty to put like border type lace, not as a topper type lace. That's pretty. Here we go. Something like that. That is, yeah. I like that one better though. Is that going to be too wide? No, that'd be good, wouldn't it? I don't know. It looks to me like it would be too wide. But it's got that scallop on one side of it. And see, that says beige or cream, but it looks about white up against everything else in here. Is that what I had just had out? I don't know. I don't know, y'all. No, that's too dark. This is the color I want. And see, That's cream. It's not beige. Alrighty. Let's work with this bit and see what we can get. Let's go see, look, that's got like a scallopy on it. It's annoying. All this lace, y'all. You'd think I'd have enough, something that would make me happy. Note to self, stop buying so much scalloped edge lace. There, see? There's what I'm talking about. That's what I want. Something like this. That's going to be a big old knot in the middle of that, ain't it? Stop fooling with it. Stop it, stop it, stop it. And you're going to wind up tearing it. Alright, now I got fidget fingers and I can't get it apart. And I don't want to cut it until I figure out what I want to do with it. So now let me see. Can we make the little bow thingy bob like that on here and it look decent? I don't know, probably not with the piece that's not cut, you know what I'm saying? Where's the piece that's not cut? Well, yeah, I think that'll be okay. Alright, so let's cut it. So it's kind of hard to do it and envision it when it's not cut off from the rest of the roll. And then you gotta get your little piece flipped around to where it's gonna set flat and not pucker up with you. But now see, I think that's supposed to be in the front, because I think that would look prettier in the front than that. So, I'm sorry, Mr. Professional Tag people that had them things in the other way. I'm gonna do this. Because I think that would look prettier like that. I know I'm fooling with this way too much, y'all. But I can't get my fingers to bend. I can't get the thing open. And trust me, I know it's painful for y'all to watch. It's as painful it is for me to do it. Yeah, see, I think that would be prettier like that. I cut it too long. I'm not cutting it off. I am not. Well, I am too. I lied. Let me put them over here. So yeah, after all of that, that's what I was looking for. Okie dokie. I'm gonna do one of these small ones with this piece, and that's what the rest of them will look like. I may wind up finishing them on tomorrow's video. Because like I said, I'm having to work, y'all. I'm sorry. I need to get me a lighter to put in here to fray these ends, or put, well, now that that's in there, I can't get that through there. I wonder if we can get this through there. Now, these here, when I wrapped them, had several different ones of cords and cordings or what have you on them. So I tried to wrap them all together. And see, and now I wish that I hadn't have put them eyelets in there, because now it ain't gonna let me put a thing in it. gotta pull it out longer than it needs to be just so I can get my fingers to get a hold of it, y'all. That's not gonna work either. Shoot, just forget it. Alrighty, I'm done with it right now because my hands hurt. I can't get nothing to work the way I want it to. And it's annoying me, so I know it's got to be annoying to y'all to watch. So I'm just going to put everything up, push it off over here to the side. And then I will come back at it tomorrow. And we will start fresh there. Okay? So that's those. I really like that. I think that is cute and sweet and old-timey looking to go with our match our journal. So we did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We backed 12 tags, put eyelets in 6 of them, punched holes in the others, in 3 of them actually, and then got the tag topper on 1 of them. Not too bad for an hour's worth of work. So I said, you know, and I was thinking about, you know, calling my channel an hour's worth of scrapping, and just, you know, sit down, do an hour's worth of work a day, just to, you know, so you see what you could do in an hour. Yeah, I think, see, that's going to be cute because this brown matches that. Pretty sure that's where I wanted that to go. I can't remember. But I think that's where I wanted it. I think the one with the with this holly stuff on it here would be prettier there. That matches a little better, don't it? And we'll put this here. I like that. It don't really matter. It would look pretty anywhere in here, I do believe. I like that. Then that would be pretty over here. Okay, y'all. So I'm gonna put that one there. So we're just gonna leave them sitting here. I'm gonna get off the camera and I'm gonna say goodnight and thank you all for watching and putting up with me. Like I said, you know, we're having to work on this an hour at a time basically every night, and we're gonna get this one done. Hopefully Monday, which will be tomorrow for y'all, I will be off of work enough to where I can get these cut out, and then we can doll up some tags and journal cards and pockets while I'm off camera, and I'll show you, and then we'll finish decorating it and be done with it. Because it's aggravating that I had all of the bits and pieces and cut out and inked up, and this is seeming to me, it's seeming like it's taking me longer to put this journal together than the ones where, you know, I showed you the stuff and then cut. But like I said, a lot of that stuff was done off camera, you know. But just imagine if I hadn't already cut all the pieces up and inked all this. It'd take forever, wouldn't it? I thought about putting these in the front and doing something like that. I think that would look cute. Where did that other big one go? I know I'm saying bye, and I'm gonna keep on working. See, this is where, you know, some an hour's not enough. But I know I gotta get off here, and I know I need to go to bed. And I know you all are just like, lady, just shut up, get off the daggum camera. So there's that tall one. Where's this one at? Where'd you go? Where'd you go? I just had you. There you are. Yeah. That's what I'm thinking about putting there. those big tags there. I think that'd be pretty. I want to find another. I need another. Well, I got one. I don't need to find it. It's over here. I gotta back it. And that'll be my big tag for the inside of the journal. All right. Okay, Knucklehead, get off the camera. Bye, y'all. Thank you so much. Y'all have a good night.